Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 22 of Studio Time with Ryos. So there's this song called In a Dream by Raquel. This is like my childhood anthem. I've heard this a million times growing up, and I heard it the other day for the first time in a while, and I was like, wait a second, this could be a sick progressive house track. So I'm gonna take a stab at turning that into a progressive house track today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so now we are in FL Studio. I have the original song pulled up here just for reference in case we need it. And I actually, before I started filming, went into RX8 and just created two stems using the music rebalance tool. I just tried to extract the vocal from the track as well as like some other synths and stuff just in case I need it. My plan today is to kind of make like an EDM cover. So basically just take like the vocal and then make everything else straight original production besides the melodies. So like all sound design and all that. I don't know. Listen, I just want to have some fun, all right? Here we got our vocal and our synth. So let's take a quick listen to this. Let's see how good RX8 did.
Sweetheart, you'll always be my...
Oh, that's like the intro thing. I'm not going to want that. But did it get that brass thing? Yo, this melody is so fire. Guys, this is what I heard in my head. I heard this melody and I was like, wait a second. This literally sounds like it could be like a progressive house, big room, whatever you want to call it, drop in my style. Dude, that melody is awesome. So here's my idea, okay? Let's get the vocal. Unfortunately, listen, because this is an RX8 vocal, there's so much percussion going on in this track. It's like a freestyle song, so there's just percussion throughout the whole entire song. Basically, we're gonna hear that with the vocal. It's obviously not the best quality. It's just extracted from, you know, the song. With that being said, my plan was to start with... Yeah, my plan was to start right off the rip with the hook. I want the track to open up with that. So let's get rid of this for now. Let's bring this here. I think this song is in A minor. I think it's 132. So let's sync this to 128. All right, yeah, so this is more or less on beat. I can tweak it if needed. Next, I think it's important to remake all the melodies. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that now. I'll just pull up a empty FL keys just to be easy. And I want to remake the chord progression. I want to remake that brass melody. I think that's going to be the drop melody. It's super awesome. And I think it'll also be helpful to have the melody, that one, the one from the hook. So let me go ahead and do that now. I'll probably time lapse this because it's going to take me some time. I may have lied to you guys. Maybe I won't time lapse it. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of that process. Okay, so that first part of the melody is E. All right, perfect. So that melody is done. Now let's do the chord progression. So that's pretty much all of like the assets I need, right? We got the vocal, we got some of this, which I probably won't even wind up using. And then we got the melodies. All right, so now let's freaking get it. Let's go. So I'm actually gonna start with the hook. I have a very clear idea. If the song starts off and it's like a massive festival style piano, tons of reverb, and the vocal is just like, in a dream. Like, I think that'll be awesome. So first I wanna pull up an impact. I think that's the way I want the song to start. Let's go with this one. Great, all done. No, I'm kidding. All right, the vocal, how are we gonna process this and make it sound good? Because it is full of artifacts. We'll do the best we can. Hate that percussion in there, but it's fine, I guess. I'm gonna try to clean it up the best that I can. Basically, I want to add some consistency. So let's use our Vox. Let's try to get this as stable as we can. Okay, now let's also add CLA vocals to make this sound, I guess, more processed and more modern. Let's go with this one to start with. For me, because this vocal is riddled with artifacts right now, I might as well lean into it and get it to sound like almost vintage and like super processed, almost like a vocal sample that you would hear in like a bass house track or something like that. Let's also get a soothe going. This soothe is going to help get rid of all the fugues.
In a dream, my love.
Yuck.
You will find my
Get it out of here. Before the soothe, I'm going to just add an EQ. There's a lot of low end mumbo jumbo here that's about to get taken out.
In a dream, my love. My heart.
Now let's get reverb and delay and all the goodies. So I'm going to actually, let's make sends. Okay, so for the delay, we're going to go for Valhalla delay. And then for the reverb, we'll just go with Valhalla room. Let's do big vocal hall.
In a dream, my love. You will find my heart.
All right, so now I want to shift our focus to the piano. Now, I, in my track memory, made an awesome piano that I think would suffice right here. So I have this piano opening up right now, and then I also saw right in this left-hand corner over here, I have the Atmos piano from That I Know, which would also sound awesome as a layer. Very nice, bright piano. This is kind of the vibe I'm going to go for. Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. Now I got the piano from That I Know as well, and this one sounds like this. So let's play around with these chords now. We got basic triads. Let's experiment with moving these around a bit. I kind of like that inversion. Now, what if we highlighted that part of the melody here?
In a dream, my love. You will find my heart.
Okay, wait, two things. First, too much compression. Let's turn down the CLA vocals one. It's tough because this vocal is such bad quality, but we're going to just make do with what we got. Now, the other thing that I was going to say might be cool if instead of following the top melody of the chords, we follow the lead vocal melody with this Atmos piano. That's sick. All right, let's raise it an octave. Oh, that's the other thing. I messed up on this. This is supposed to start after the downbeat. And what is this little thing getting in the way here? Yeah, let's cut that out. What the hell? Now, I'm going to actually throw in another delay in this mix, too. I want a really, I guess, bright delay, really. So we can go ahead, make another send here. This is going to be the bright delay. And we'll also go to Valhalla delay for that. There's a preset in here that I use often. It's called this one, the pop vocal delay. I think this one would sound nice here. So let's put this one in the vocal effects group and mix to taste. It might also sound good to have a little bit of a bass going in this section. I'm curious to try the rave bass, right? Is that what it's called? Rave bass? It's going to give it like a nice Swedish House Mafia effect. Once I add the filter. So let's go here. How does that sound? Honestly, I don't really like that bass. I like the idea, but not that particular sound. So let's get a different one in there. Let's try filtering it a bit. Liking the vibe so far. I do think that we can use a better piano. I don't know if this one sounds the best. So we're going to go ahead and try Keyscape instead. See if we can get a better result here. So we can start by linking it to the same mixer track, get that same processing going. Let's try to humanize it a little bit too. All right, guys, so here's where I'm at. So I like what the piano is doing. I like where we're kind of at. It's, again, unfortunate that this vocal is such not the greatest quality, to say the least. But you know what? I think if you can kind of use your imagination and imagine a studio acapella or a brand new cover, it would sound really good. The one thing I am missing in this break that I want to address right now is it just feels plain Jane. I think just having the piano alone, I just don't really like the way that it sounds currently. And I could probably find a better piano sound, but I would rather layer a different sound or something. So I'm going to try experimenting with some pads and some additional chords, layer that in there to give this some extra character. So here we got these vintage chords from an upcoming track of mine. Let's actually get the processing going, because the processing brings this sound to life. That's my bread and butter right there, baby. This will give it some extra character. Let's see. Piano and just this layered. Yeah, that's crazy because I just lied to you guys. Even though I just said that I wasn't going to try different pianos and I was going to layer new chords, I still want to try a new piano anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do so now. Let's explore Keyscape. Maybe some of these other presets will serve me better. Okay, that's cinematic. Let's see how this sounds. Yeah, see, now we're talking. Now we're talking. The thing is, this blurry chord, it's highlighting the wrong notes. Let's try removing these middle notes. Much better. All right, sweet. So this is going to be like sort of the intro, and then build, and then drop. So maybe I was thinking we'll do a hands up moment, and then a build, and then a drop with like big synths. We'll see. I'm going to start on the drop first so that we know how to proceed. So for this drop, I created a lead stack not too long ago that I think sounds really dope, and I want to try using it. I think it might work here. So let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, so I've pulled up the lead stack. It sounds like this. All right, cool. So the moment of truth. Let's get that drop melody, and I'm so curious to hear what this melody sounds like with big leads. As expected, as expected. What if I bring this down an octave? I think I'm going to do some manual pitch bending as well. I think that'll make this lead a little more expressive. That sounds good. I like that. I'm thinking here. We'll bring back the pitch, and then this note should be extended. Whoops. Now, what about the basses? So for the basses, I'm thinking really aggressive. That's been kind of my shit lately. I really like aggressive bass lines. So let's get some of those going in here. Yeah, so that's disgusting. Also got the Ryos bass pulled up as well as a sub. So let's go ahead and make a bass line now. All right, so let's spice up the MIDI for the bass here. Wait. What if I try to do the same rhythm for the bass and leads? Like make them the same. Take the lead rhythm, make it the bass rhythm. Let's try that. That might sound really nice here. Oh yeah. So then this would have to go to F, G, and then E. Nice. Okay. What about the Ryos space? All right, now what about for the vibes if I brought this straight to the break section here? Smooth the vocal. We'll add another impact. I think I like it better lower an octave. I think it sounds less harsh. Before it sounded a little too harsh. So now that I know that that sounds really good there, I'm probably going to do a hands up moment. I do like that idea. Let's shift back to the drop though. Let's copy these sounds over. And let's get some drums going. That kick sounds great. Now let's also get some claps going. We can try, you know, the big 4-on-the-4 claps. We could also try, you know, kind of a more standard, you know, pre-shift vibe, something like that. We'll try both to start and then we'll play around with it. Maybe we will do chords in this drop here, and maybe there'll be a piano. So here we go. Start with the basics here. We'll do dance piano, turn off the delay. Yeah, it might be cool if it's super, super choppy like that. Don't like the way that piano is voiced. Maybe inversion would sound better. Let's get some white noise going now. All right, so now we can shift our focus back to working on the drop drums. Maybe we could try a tambourine. This might go with the fast-paced melody. You know, I want this drop to feel very pumpy, so maybe we'll also throw on a heavy sidechain here. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to only loop, actually, though, the first 2 bars, because I don't want any of those additional rolls. And then I don't really like having something that's on the kick, that's playing with the kick. So let's try some rides. What if we add that heavy sidechain to it? That might be winner, winner, chicken dinner right there. Now, there's definitely some more drum details that we're going to have to do, but before we do that, I heard a cool pitch bend for the bass right here. I think simple, just going straight up an octave, but I think that'll sound nice. Oh, yeah. We can even go down right here. Hold your horses. Okay, since now we're talking bass, I think another bass layer is needed. This one might work because it's nice and bouncy, so let's test it. Yeah, this is nice. It needs to be wide, though. We're going to add the flying saucer, this little plugin I made in Patcher. I think that works, yo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in some exhaust / downlifters. Okay, so now I want to go back to the drums, and I want to get some more details in, fills, percussion grooves, stuff like that. I'm going to solo the bass with the drums just to make it clear what the groove is. Nice. Okay, so percussion. Let's check some low percussion. Some sick sounds in here. Actually, I'm thinking instead of having this hecticness right here, it's just these 2 percussions, and then we can go for a big fill snare, something like that. Yeah. Also want to get some reverse cymbals / reverse sweeps in there. So I like this little thing we just did. This is cool. Now we just need more stuff like that for this portion of the drop. The first thing that we have to address is after this fill. I just don't like that it's like dead quiet. Let's do an exhaust. We can actually just do that and it'll make it sound like one. See? Nice. Yeah, now it doesn't sound so empty right there. Okay, so I'm thinking subtle, low percussion here, and then cool fill for this fourth bar. All right, that rhythm matches up nicely with the bass. I like that. Now what if we do a little percussion like that? That might sound cool. Ideas are flowing. I also would want to put a reverse sweep in there. A very small one. Very small. Yeah, like a clap. And another tom right here. This I'm going to want to copy over for sure. Minus the exhaust. Didn't mean to do that. So... yeah, very nice, very nice. We'll take away the kick there. We'll take away this one. We'll introduce a different fill snare. Now we can actually introduce like a short fill. For this last bar, we can do like a cool synth fill. I actually have something in mind. I'm thinking a little siren that's going side to side just for this last bar here. Oh yeah. Nah, it's sick. Now, I don't think I'm going to want this, but maybe the crowd will sound cool here. Get some sidechain on it, and we'll just loop like this section right here. The drop sounds good. I'm going to take a small break from it. I'm going to move quickly to the break. The first thing that I'm going to do is work on this hands up moment. And for now, I'm going to mute the drop bass. Normally, I like to have a different bass for the hands up moment. Maybe we'll go for more of an analog style bass instead of it being a Ryos bass. That sounds cool, having this Atmos going. All right, so now let's go add some claps in. Next up for this hands up section, we need some chords here. What if we did like a pad that was pretty similar to the one that they used in the original? Something like this. Nice dreamy pad. Yeah. Sounds real nice. I just have to adjust the tonality a bit. It's super low mid-heavy, clashing with that bass we got in there. Might be helpful if we had another chord layer in there. I'm going to experiment with a super saw and then a filtered super saw. Very simple. We could do a 4-bar build-up here. I want to end off on this note. I'm going to record it into audio just so I have it. It'll be easier to manipulate. I got to take a breather. I'm getting hyped now. And I'm really hungry. So I'm getting a little hangry, but that's besides the point. Beautiful. All right. Let's get that in there. Maybe we just take the reverb tail instead. Yeah, I like that better. We're gonna also need some like risers and sweeps and stuff. Definitely gonna do just an impact, which we have here already, and then I'll do a sub riser. Or what if I do this one instead? Let's do the Being Alive crowd right here as well as a layer. And then for this little reverb tail that's building up, we're gonna add an endless smile to it, and then I also want to experiment with pitching it up. I've used the restroom, acquired double stuffed Oreos. Needed a little pick me up because running low on energy. But dude, these are so good. So I just realized I'm using the heat clap here, and in my song Heat, I already turned it into a riser. This will sort of replace the clap I already had in there. Don't like this snare upon further review. Maybe let's just try some of the heat build instruments. That kick sounds pretty good. What about a build snare in there? This kick, because it is not 128 BPM, this is a really good fill. It just doesn't sound good once I pitch it. So let's try a kick fill that's in 128. All right, that sounds cool. What about some big fills? Actually, what if we go way simpler? What if we just do like one big snare? Now I want to create a reverse reverb for the drop leads. In this case, I actually have a reverb send already set up, so I can just go here, turn this down, and then just record this bad boy in. Okay, so here's our reverse reverb now. Let's get some risers going now. All right, so here's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much have the whole entire concept down. Now it's just about transitioning and getting everything to sort of glue together nicely. My idea to sort of transition this into the hands up moment is simply going to be opening up the Simplon here on the respace. We'll do it like so. First 4 bars we'll keep normal, and then here we'll start opening up the filter. Let's also take the reverse reverb and put it here. Honestly, we could be dramatic too. We can take away these elements right here, and we can introduce like a small sub boom like this. I'm just creating a volume automation so that I can turn off the piano here so it doesn't clash with the sub boom. Okay, I really like the way that transitions over. I'm thinking this break section could use an additional layer, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do an init chord patch. We'll filter this down. Bring it down an octave. Yeah, this is gonna give it more body. Now what we're gonna do is just focus on the hands up moment transitioning into the build. I think it's pretty simple. We should just do a quick filter. We are going to cut off the highs here. Perfect. Hands up transition into the build is now good. The build going to the drop is good as well. Now I want to work on the details on the drop a little bit more. I'm gonna throw back in these claps from earlier. They take up too much headroom. So what if I went for a tighter clap? So right here, I think it'd be nice if we added like an open hi-hat just to add that increase of energy. So something like this. And then for this last section here, we're gonna do a little crash fill All right, you guys. I think I'm going to call it there. It has been far too long. I'm starving. And your boy needs a break. But I think we made something really dope. So without further ado, this isn't the intro. Let's take a listen from the top and let's see what I came up with. Dude, let's go. Oh my God. All right, listen, I'm going to rush out of here because I'm so hungry and it sounds really good. So I'm hyped. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me in yet another session of Studio Time with Ryos. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. Is that all I have to say? Oh, guys, Patreon. If you want to get today's stems, it'll be available on my Patreon, as well as all the other episodes of Studio Time with Ryos, as well as exclusive Patreon packs. Get sample packs from your boy, all available down below, link in the description. Quick disclaimer though, I'm not going to be able to include like the vocal and stuff from today. I don't want any copyright stuff. But anyway, guys, I'm blowing this taco stand. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video.